There are a bunch of questions that is bothering the Scrum Masters.
Will AI replace Scrum Masters? Scrum Masters, do they have any career in the future? Is Scrum Master role going to be irrelevant?
Are they masters of Scrum? That itself is a question because they don't know. Scrum Master jobs will go away. AI will drive it much more aggressive. Industry is going much more progressive. Power of Scrum Master is zero.
Hello all, welcome to another episode of LeanWisdom podcast. Today we have JP with us. We are going to discuss very interesting topic with JP today. Hi JP, welcome to the podcast.
Hi Priya.
Today the buzzword is all about AI. Here in this podcast we want to know more about the Scrum Masters and the AI role with the Scrum Masters, right?
Yeah.
Will AI replace Scrum Masters? Scrum Masters, do they have any career in the future? Is Scrum Master role going to be irrelevant?
Great. So, before addressing in the AI era, right, I completely agree. Everything is AI now. It's a big buzzword, right? Everybody is jumping into AI. So, we'll come to that AI part of it and then see what is the relevance part, for the Scrum Master in the AI era. Before that, let us even talk about, is Scrum Master role relevant? Irrespective of whether there is AI or not, right? So, if I worked with hundreds of Scrum Masters, right, in the last 15 years, as a coach, and I have come across amazing Scrum Masters, very good Scrum Masters. They are super intelligent. They are able to optimize the team's flow. They are able to make the team high performing, right? They are able to drive the team towards a bigger goal. I have seen good chunk of Scrum Masters who are good, but that crowd is actually a small crowd. Most of the Scrum Masters, if you see today, are they masters of Scrum? That itself is a question mark. Is Scrum Master a master of Scrum? Really? Right? I conduct a lot of interviews for my clients, right? In hiring Scrum Masters, Agile coaches, RTEs kind of roles. When I interview these kind of roles, I come across people. In the third question, I can block them in a very basic Agile concepts and the Scrum theory.
You mean to say just in third question?
Because they don't know, right? They have been working as a Scrum Master for 5 years, 7 years, 10 years. I met a Scrum Master who worked as a Scrum Master for 10 years. And in the last 10 years, all that he did was, I facilitate stand-up meeting, I do sprint planning, I do review, retrospective. What do you do? Just call people, meet them, right? And the same thing, nothing new. Is that a Scrum Master role? No. Scrum Master job is not a project manager job. Scrum Master job is not a Postman job. Scrum Master job is not a clerk job, right? Assistant, he's not a personal assistant for the team. Scrum Master is a master of Scrum. He's a coach. He or she is a coach for the team, right? They coach the team. They mentor the team. Make sure Scrum is implemented right. For that, they should first be master of Scrum. So Agile has got 4 values, 12 principles, and Scrum has a Scrum guide, which is around 16-17 page document. That's it, right? If I am a Scrum Master, my full-time job is only Scrum job, right? My job is mastering Scrum and then making sure it is implemented. Is it not important for me to understand the 4 values and 12 principles?
Very much.
Is it not important for me to read the Scrum guide and understand what is expected out of me and what is expected of a Scrum team? Absolutely, right? It is, I have read Scrum guide maybe like 200 times till now. Right? It doesn't mean that I don't understand Scrum. Every time I read the Scrum guide, every time I read an Agile principle, right, I get some new message based on my maturity. 10 years back, how I was, how am I today? I get my maturity. So, in short, are Scrum Masters master of Scrum? Are they master of Agile? First of all, right? That need to be fixed. It is not their problem alone. It just suddenly they are pulled into Scrum Master role and say from tomorrow you do it because it's a low profile job, right? And by doing that, it became really low profile across the industry, right? In my personal view, Scrum Master is a fantastic role. Scrum Master is a team coach. Scrum Master is a facilitator. So, powerful word. Coaching and facilitation is a very powerful word. Scrum Master can turn around the teams, right? An effective Scrum Master without any power, right? The power of Scrum Master is zero, except knowledge, right? So, I tell my Scrum Masters, like, you are a Scrum Master, right? You are a coach at the team level, I am a coach at the enterprise level. That's the only difference. I am a coach, you are a coach, right? If I can influence the enterprise leader If I can influence the vice president, why can't you influence your leaders around? Why can't you influence your team, right? So, in short, yes, Scrum Master's role will be challenged for sure when they don't have knowledge, right? So, industry is changing, right? So, if Scrum Masters is not aware of Scrum first, it's first set of people to go away are the Scrum Masters who don't understand Scrum. Second set of people who go away is people who don't go beyond Scrum. There are Scrum Masters, they stick to Scrum role. Scrum development team, product owner, Scrum Master, we are some events, that's done. Now, Scrum Master should also be Master of Agile, right? When you say Master of Agile, how many Scrum Masters can talk about technical agility? How many Scrum Masters talk about cultural agility? How many Scrum Masters talk about lean thinking? These are all required, right? For example, technical agility. Like if somebody comes and asks, hey, why are you not doing a pair programming? Very good question. Why are you not doing test-driven development, behavioral-driven development? Why are you not doing a mob programming, right? Now, why our defects are so high in testing? Why can't we left shift quality towards the reviews, right? With reviews, automation, and how does the automation pyramid look, right? Scrum Master should be, even when I say a Scrum Master should be Agile coach, Scrum Master should know everything what I am talking. Should be able to understand technical agility, should be able to teach the team, should be able to understand cultural agility. How do I bring a culture of one team, culture of transparency, culture of fail and learn, culture of ownership, right? Culture of innovation. There are 15 cultures I can talk about. The Scrum Master job is to build a culture of, right, all of these what I am talking. So, should understand that. Scrum Master should understand the funda of lean principles. It's very important to understand lean, right? For example, limit work in progress. It's a beautiful concept. The whole world is following, right? How many teams that we have seen that WIP limit is followed because Scrum Master insisted on it, right? We don't see because Scrum Masters don't know, right? So, it is important that they learn all this, right? I am good at process agility called Scrum. I am good at technical agility. I am good at cultural agility. I know lean thinking. I can coach my teams. I can also teach. There are Scrum Masters, good Scrum Master that I worked with. To challenge them, I said, man, come. I am taking 2 days of Agile training, right? And it's a slide-less training, 0 slide training. That's how I conduct training. And I told the Scrum Master, 2 weeks from now I have a training. Please take velocity. Talk about story bound estimation. 2 hours. Whatever support you need right now, I'll give you. But I want you to teach. Can you talk for 2 hours? If I can talk for 24 hours without looking at a slide, why can't you do for 2 hours? When will you become enterprise coach? If you don't practice today, right? So there are Scrum Masters who taught with me. There are Scrum Masters who was ready to challenge themselves, right? Coming out of the boundary. There are Scrum Masters, no, that's not my job. I will go to the job as a trainer, that time I will do. You will never reach there. Right?
Most of the Scrum Masters, they feel that their main work is to do the facilitation job, right? Daily stand-up, call everybody, get them for the daily stand-up, do the retrospective, present it, that's it. I hardly see Scrum Masters who focus on all these agility stuffs, technical agility, the cultural agility, which is a very important aspect for a Scrum Master. We hardly see that.
Yeah. So now, will Scrum Master role go away? It will go away when Scrum Master does not do any of these, irrespective of whether we are getting into AI or not, right? Industry is getting mature, right? So imagine if there are 5,000 Scrum Masters around, will they become 1,000 over a period? Chances are high. Will they become 0? I don't think so, right? So this AI will not, in my view, AI will not replace Scrum Masters. AI will replace Scrum Masters who are irrelevant to that situation. Why? Because I have an AI tool which will run daily stand-up. So what will a Scrum Master do there? I have an AI tool which will give me a metric which gives me hidden messages from the metrics. Right? It understands the metrics and it tells you by looking at this number, right? Now you may have problem 1, 2, 3, which nobody is able to see, but the AI tool is able to see. Now AI is generating metrics, AI is giving me reports, AI is helping me facilitate events, AI is doing a lot of things. Now, in spite of all that, how can I be a Scrum Master still? You can still be if you are also bringing AI skill in yourself. A Scrum Master without AI over a period will also be irrelevant. As I said, Scrum Master with Scrum and without Agile and without Lean knowledge, how they will become irrelevant. They will also get irrelevant when they don't understand AI. Right? How do I use the right tools and techniques so that I don't have to be a Scrum Master for one team? I can be a Scrum Master for two to three teams. Right? So then good Scrum Masters who are very strong will stay, in my view. Even 5 years from now, I will write and give you. 5 years from now, you will see Scrum Masters in the industry. Right? I'll give you an example. When a calculator came, people got scared that, oh, we'll lose memory because, right, my grandfather used to remember every mathematics in his mind. Oh, if the calculator comes, oh, we lose memory. When typewriting machine came, people got scared. When computer came, people thought jobs will be lost. Jobs were lost. There's no question about it.
But there were also set of jobs which were created.
So many jobs got created. Yes or no? Right? My father did not even know a bunch of opportunities that I got to see. When I started my career, we got so many jobs. The country boomed, the industry boomed, the whole world boomed. Right? Now, with this context, now that your digital age, right? I had like 50 years of digital age, like 1970s to 2025 now, 26 now, right? Another, it will go for some more time. AI age will come. It is unavoidable, right? It will come. It will also do a lot of good things. While it creates the damage, it also will create a lot of good things. New jobs will come. Now, how are the Scrum Masters going to shape up themselves, right? So first thing is they should learn all these basics thoroughly, and they should also be able to coach and mentor and teach the team. They should know AI thoroughly, right? And then I would say that they should also define a goal for themselves, right? 5 years from now, where am I going to be? Right?
Again, continue only as a Scrum Master or beyond Scrum Master.
Exactly. When Scrum Master role does not exist for 5,000 people, and Scrum Master role exists only for 1,000 people or 500 people, and others either will go away or they'll go up. One of these two things will happen. Some people will go away, right? Some people will go up. Now, when those who focus on those areas that what I'm talking, right, they will go up for sure. So, very importantly, the beauty of Scrum Master role, which I want to highlight is, it's a servant leadership, right? How beautiful it is. Like, when a leader becomes a leader, for example, some individual becomes a leader, like I'm a manager, I'm a senior manager, they get a power, right? I have a team, they report to me, I have responsibility of these people, I work with them, they report to me, I manage their appraisal, I have power. Now, Scrum Master has got zero power, right? It is a servant leadership. The word itself so beautiful. It's a servant leadership, right? I am a servant leader. First I am a servant, only then I am a leader. I am an enterprise coach. I am a servant leader. Nobody reports to me. I go to a new company, I transform 1,500 people, 3,000 people. Nobody reports to me. How can I transform them when I don't have any power? The power is in your mind. The power is in your knowledge. Are you reading it constantly? Right? There are Scrum Masters, I ask them how many books you have read. Tell me something that you have read about your role or something about the new trends in agility in the last 2 weeks or the last 1 month. If I get an answer, no, I never read anything, that means you are deciding to get away. Right? I also have seen Scrum Masters who read a lot. Right? So, the servant leadership, right, it's very critical to address, where I will practice the servant leadership, where I don't have a power, I will gain knowledge, I will influence people. Because I am able to influence my leaders, my people around, my product owner, my teams, my manager, my vice president, people will look at you and they'll start pulling such people up. I have seen a Scrum Master, let me give you some case studies, right? I have seen many Scrum Masters, they are Scrum Master for 10 years and they have come to the seal where there is no more salary hike, no more growth, and they are so frustrated. And they are in the same company because they can't go anywhere.
Because they're not, into the path of continuous learning.
Continuous learning, continuous improvement, right? They are stuck, right? And I feel pity for them, right? Good chunk of Scrum Masters are like that, right? That's a very sad part. On the other side, I can handpick Scrum Masters where a Scrum Master 8 years back, 7 years back is an enterprise coach today.
Fantastic.
Right? I am so thrilled when I worked with this guy. right? He was not very sure he should become a Scrum Master or he should become a go-to manager or he should become an architect, because he also likes technical. On fine day, decided to become Scrum Master. I really coached this person one-on-one, right? At some point, he started growing. Company could not allow this, and the company did not have a growth for him. He left this and went to another company. Now he's an enterprise coach. He's responsible for 1,500 member organization who was just a Scrum Master for one team of 8 people 8 years back. Where is number 8? Where is 1,500? In less than 8 years. How great it is, right? Yesterday I was talking to one more person who was a child coach, right? He was just managing a coaching for a team, right? Yesterday when I spoke to him, he is coaching a business unit of 550 people. 3 years back he was managing one team, coaching one team. Today he is coaching, he is responsible for 500 people, 500 plus people, right? There are people who have also grown like that, right? There are opportunities unless they focus on the areas that I spoke about, right? It's very important that they sharpen their technical agility skills, cultural agility skills, or lean thinking, how to implement all of this. Fundamentally be very good in Agile and Scrum, and I should be able to teach, right? A very good coach is also a good teacher, because coaching always starts with the teaching. A big transformation I did always started with good teaching with the leaders. I did 2 days of training and they realized that, oh, what you're doing is wrong. Great, enough. Now I get into coaching for the next 1 year and transform the company, right? So good Scrum Master should be a teacher. Are you getting into the training and teaching, and are you practicing that, right? So summary is that, will Scrum Master job go away in AI era, right? Scrum Master jobs will go away irrespective of even without AI as well, if you don't polish yourself, number one. AI will drive it much more aggressively, because AI is removing a lot of redundancy, right? Like today, the work that I could do in 1 week, I'm able to do it in 2 hours, right? I have, thanks to the AI agents and the AI tools that I have, right? And the industry is going much more progressive, much more aggressive, right? Now, in AI era, if Scrum Masters don't upgrade themselves, and if they don't understand AI, if they don't use the right tools and agents as a co-facilitator, they will be washed out.
Great. It's something, I'm able to relate to the old age, bank offices where they used to write a lot of ledgers. Then they moved to the computer slowly. They started using the floppies. And now, they are into the new era. Even they have started using, all the AI. So, in short, we got to know that AI is not going to replace Scrum Masters. What can replace Scrum Masters is their hampered growth. If they don't get into the continuous learning, yes, their roles can be abandoned. Yeah, cool. Had a great discussion. Thank you, JP. We'll meet for the next podcast.
Thank you.